the Suns, second half of season. Stewart, they want to see Jonquel Jones get going, but 65th career game in the WNBA, tying the WNBA legend and great here from Phoenix, and Diana Taurasi for second on the list. Bonner guarding Jones as Ionescu goes inside, splits through two defenders, and gets New York on the board first.
You were talking 20-plus points in 5 of those last 6 games.
The first time these two teams are meeting since 2 matchups back in May. It's the Mercury coming in on a 3-game winning streak. AT over to Bonner. Bonner falling away off the mark.
In the open, we talked about how hot Breanna Stewart is. She is matched up with Alyssa Thomas. These two get fired up to play each other, so that's a good rivalry game within the game.
Something we will certainly keep our eye on throughout. The nice backdoor cut to Ionescu, and the bucket. The foul to try to complete the 3-point play is Ionescu already with 4.
Establishing in the paint early.
Ionescu, the last 7 games, has
extremely well from 3 and out-rebounded Phoenix plus 10.
First turnover of the game, and the steal leads to points as Ionescu finds Astier, and Nate Tippett immediately calls a timeout with a 7-0 floor because it changes just by her presence.
Defend.
Copper at the free throw line. A 7-1 advantage in the early going for the New York Liberty. Sabrina Ionescu has scored 5 of the 7. Sabrina Ionescu has scored 5 of the 7 points, and Jonquel Jones with the step through and the finish with the leg.
The Liberty are hungry to get, have come from in the paint. 8 of their 9 have come from in the paint.
Copper swings it over. And the deflection, the defense early on from New York. A couple of steals here in this first quarter. Ionescu launching it from 3, won't fall. And Nicole McConney rips down the rebound, pushing pace the other way, finding AT right at Stewie. This group 16-13 overall. They had a 3-game winning streak snapped in their last game against Las Vegas. Astier with an acrobatic move back to the basket and flips it in.
I like rim reads of when it's her time to keep it and when to spray it out.
She's been one of the more impressive rookies in the league this year with a great class. And Astier out of France. 24-year-old rookie swings it over to Jonquel Jones, too strong from 3. Allen tried to get a hand on it, and Nicole McConney finds a wide open Tawana Bonner for the deuce. Phoenix's first made field goal of the afternoon.
New York out of the paint, force the perimeter shot and not allow second opportunities. They can get in their offense in transition.
Astier waiting, looking for Allen. Tough shot, no. Ionescu, second chance opportunity on the offensive rebound, and Kalia Copper commits the foul.
And one of the biggest differences I have seen in Sabrina Ionescu this year is I think that once she came
earlier about just the way, the rhythm, but also just moving better for more. Let's send it over to Angel. The rhythm, but also just moving better for more. Let's send it over to Angel.
Myself in that offense, I realized that I had to slow the game down. If you saw the first 2
group overall has had to make some adjustments with first-year head coach Chris DeMarco, also having a 10-point deficit in New York with the basketball. And Jonquel Jones, this year's MVP in the All-Star game, too strong, and an offensive foul whistled against JJ.
As you said, the flow of the game and with her ability to shoot the 3, she's got to just take what the game gives her.
Well, the attack right there from Tawana Bonner going right at the body of Jonquel Jones. And 4 quick points now for Bonner, who got going early with 7 points so far. Sandy Whitcomb back on the floor, her 9th game after missing the start of the season with the knee surgery.
This needs to take a look at the mismatch of the guarding of Tawana Bonner.
And a whistle by Roy Gabayan against Tawana Bonner. And tomorrow here on ESPN.
Indiana at Minnesota, you talk about
of the league right now.
Well, and when you look at her transition from college to pro, it was seamless.
Yeah.
And Cheryl Reeve could give her the keys to the bus, got this, and handled it with such poise.
I love how she says she's just so inquisitive. You can throw anything her way, and she's just going to keep on wanting to find out more and more. Comes onto the floor.
That's 6'11" in the paint for the Liberty.
And Mack, who enters the game, baseline jumper won't fall, but a foul against Chu.
Now free throws.
Important for this group to be able to try to knock them down. They're a 79% free throw shooting team. Mack on her first attempt season is able to hit.
Rearrange their lineups. So now's go time as you're trying to make that push in the playoffs.
Has come out. They've been in a playoff kind of mode. Nate Tibbetts has echoed the same for his group. But everyone having to lock in.
Match here where they were lost 8 of 10, they were giving up over 90 points a game. That's just because the league is so good.
Copper, the look for three. She drains it. Kalia Copper, the three ball better since the start of the season in July. She shot 37% from deep. Stewie, who has been held silent to this point. She draws a whole lot of contact and a lot of fouls.
6-4. Let her get cutting action and make Thomas have to work.
Free throws both made and attempted behind Asia Wilson this season. And she knocks down those two. Thomas on Stewie, left short. Larian Ayayi, the French woman, took an extra step. But before that, a foul going against New York's Rebecca Gardner. And Ayayi, who elevated minutes over the last 13.
Well, and handle the basketball. So that's a lot of size at the top of your offense.
And AT pushing pace, leading the break out all the way. Too strong. Natasha Mack is there to clean it up. The put back in, and now the Mercury within 4. So a slow start for Phoenix, but starting to come alive here late in this first quarter. Han Shu, good look from 3, won't fall.
They do protect the paint first.
0 for 7 from beyond the arc in this one. Thought about it, got a little bit closer, and nice step and finish through.
Man,
That quick step, one of the quickest players you'll see in the league. The wraparound for Ayayi just rolls off the rim. Tukes under the basket to find the Gardner. The kick out. Carrera. No. Shu. Yes.
Han Shu has really flourished.
We start the second quarter. Kalia Copper back on the floor. Count it. Well, Copper, who had just 4 points.
And see what Copper can make happen.
For more on Kalia, let's send it over to Angel.
Well, Tiffany, it's more conversation with his group in that last huddle saying, look at the score, look at our effort, look at our focus. That's on us. We have to take accountability, and we have to fight, focus, and execute. Challenging them to get downhill, as you saw Kalia Copper out of that.
York, no disrespect, but they're not pressuring you that much to have turnovers like that.
The double team coming to Ionescu. They swing it over, and then inside to Shu. Shu, the turnaround, and she hits it.
And not too much you can do about that. That's 6'11", and when she can get her shot over the defense, that's tough.
Held, sizing up, pulls up, drops it. It's her second field goal attempt this afternoon.
A technical foul has been charged to Liberty head coach Chris DeMarco.
Wickham at the line to shoot one, and Phoenix just about how That late game situation played out, just bouncing off Ionescu with a clear path to the bucket.
Well, what DeMarco told us, too, is his players, they stand their ground. So he said, maybe I need to teach my team a little gamesmanship to sell it to the officials.
Crossover step back three from Whitcomb, rattles in. Well, Sammy Whitcomb, who knows this New York franchise very well, having played there for a few seasons, where she is just one of those snipers from three-point range. Well, Copper with her second personal foul blip. Stewie hands it off to Sab. Kicks it out. And 2 to go on the shot clock. Got to put something up soon. Heaves it up in desperation and falls for Sabrina Ionescu, now in double figures after that triple. She's got 12.
Sabrina Ionescu is a big reason, I think, that New York is not out of the conversation to go after a championship, because she has played
half court. But when AT gets the ball in the hand, she is the one who helps to initiate the offense. AT to Copper, the step back, and falls. Kalia Copper, who has just been dynamic as of late. Inside quickly to Jonquel Jones.
Yeah, that was a nice down the floor. She's going to get the ball to her.
Copper, baseline, won't go, but free throws upcoming.
Now, one of the things that Nate Tibbetts told us was that
Copper at the line. While she's there, they both combined for 6 points. DraftKings is the #1 sportsbook for live betting. And you just mentioned AT without points in this game. They've got to find a way to get her going. It's DeWanna Bonner all the way to the bucket. Bonner took a little contact in the process, so the bump and bucket is at the line. Well, you mentioned just trying to find a way to get her going early. She's got 8 points.
Because she can really get things going.
Astier on the take. Too strong. Got a hand on it, it's Stewie, but coming up with it is AT.
See, here's where I think Phoenix is at their best. AT leading the break, making the decisions to go quick offense.
How about the decision to go all the way to the rack for DB? DeWanna Bonner is pumped up, and listen to this crowd. So are they.
On offense, listen, she's played every role. She was 6-man. She has been a starter. She's been traded. And so she knows how each player she made coming off the bench look sexy. Yeah, she embraced being that 6-man and was a hero in that role.
Just a multi-dimensional player, so much great versatility. Skying for that rebound was Stewart. And Stewart finally sees one drop. Just her first made field goal of the game. Half a dozen points for Stewart. Bonner back over to Thomas. Nicole McConney off the screen, pulls up, yes! That one wet. O'Connor swings it over. Stewie inside, great looking find with Shu with nobody around her. A lot of real estate inside.
Screener, look, their best opportunity to be open is after you set that screen. Hanshu on the slip, nobody anywhere around.
Well, you see the aggressiveness that we've seen on the way to the hoop, and then getting the ball to court and put that one too strong on the way to the hoop, and then getting the ball right back. AT quickly up ahead with Bonner not even running out the court, and puts it in. Well, DeWanna Bonner with a dozen points in 14 minutes in this one. And off the miss, AT out pushing again, looking for Bonner once more, takes it all the way. That one-on-one with Stewie, AT wins it within a possession.
Yeah, I think Garner may have wanted that last shot back. He didn't have any rebounders really down there. Quick shot when Phoenix is making a run.
Shu launches the three, no. Awkward Karam, and Gardner comes back up with it.
This game just really hasn't had a good rhythm.
3 left on the shot clock. Shu short. And the foul. Coming off the bench with 11 points.
Again, Jonquel Jones had to sit a lot in that second quarter because she picked up that third foul. She's back on the floor now for New York.
And on the take, Broshan able to make the bucket to start off this third quarter.
Assistant coach Megan Vogel, who also has a scout for this team. I asked her what the difference was between the first and second quarter. She said we settled in. We were more aggressive. And she said we set more screens. There were no screens in the first quarter. Going back to their defense, she said we also created offense off of our defense. They had 6 fast break points in the second quarter alone.
All right, thanks so much, Angel. But right now, starting the second half of this game, going straight to the hoop.
But watch how clean the paint is. They're leaving opportunities, lanes in the middle of the floor, the 5-out offense.
And worth noting, Breanna Stewart just 1 of 3 in that first half. 4 for 6 points coming from the free throw line. They'll want to get her going to complement what Sabrina Ionescu has already started off.
And New York was very successful cutting across in front of the defense in that cuts across your face. Make everybody cut behind.
Bonner thought about it, taking time. Tries to get it inside to AT, able to do so. Broshan in the corner, knocks down the 3. First lead of the game for the Mercury. SDA finds Ionescu. Over to Jonquel Jones. Working with 7 on the shot clock. Rebecca Allen. Stewie puts up the long 2, foot on the line. And Breanna Stewart with the bucket.
But those are the shots that Phoenix has got to make New York have to take.
Makani being hounded by SDA. Picks up the dribble. Copper going to work, spins. SDA thought about it. Probes. Finds an open space. Can't hit. Ionescu with the basketball and find the Stewart. Meanwhile, Akoa Makani is down on the sideline near the in line in front of the bench, or rather in front of the fans. They're pointing to her right now. She is hands over her face right now, laid out flat. Akoa Makani going to the locker room after that friendly fire from her teammate, Kalia Copper, back in action.
They had to go out of the game because of foul trouble. That meant the ball was put into the hands of Alyssa Thomas, and they went with a big lineup, and that's when Phoenix was able to make their run.
You heard the studio crew talking about the way Alyssa Thomas can impact the game, and here she is bringing the ball up the floor. Noemi Broshan finds AT, and AT gets it in.
Look, when you're guarding Phoenix, it's kind of like, where's Waldo? Where is Alyssa Thomas? Because when you drive and help off of her, she's going to make herself available.
She's coming off a season high 25 points in that win Wednesday against Golden State. Stewart turn around. No, Jones got position underneath.
Loose ball foul charge number 24.
Broshan with
Ionescu off the screen, tried to find JJ Rowland to the basket. And another whistle here. Kalia Copper picks up the personal foul. That's her 3rd.
13th foul.
Also,
that was the 12th foul called on Phoenix. Oh, she traveled.
JJ with the travel violation. And the Mercury get it back. And since that all-star from Jonquel Jones, she's had a slow start in these last couple of games. Meanwhile, who keeps on heating up but Tawana Bonner? Corner pocket 3, she leads the way with 15 on all scores.
That could be a momentum swing for Phoenix. When Bonner hits one of those big shots, she gets turned up.
Talking about how it is a catalyst, the defense from AT, and converts into...
Now, Phoenix is bigger defensively without Akoa Makani on the floor. Ayayi now on the floor for the Mercury.
Converging in on Ionescu with time winding down on the shot clock, and a violation goes against New York. And again,
See, this is a matchup, and now how can they get mismatches? Set a screen for AT to come off ball screens.
dangerous pass. Instead, a little two-player game. Bonner going to work, feeling it, rolls off. But we'll go to the charity stripe. And we've talked just about the career. Just a reminder, WNBA League Pass gives you a Bonner now with, as Phoenix has rolled off 9 straight points.
This second half is going to be about
or fewer. And so in tight ball games, they have certainly had their fair share of experience with that lately. With 5 to go, Stewie puts it up, rolls off, Shu almost had it, instead into the hands of Copper. She looks out ahead, but finds AT running side by side to flip over. Defined in the corner, Copper drills it. Wet from the corner. Phoenix finding their stride coming out of the locker room.
The season, they beat the Aces, and then it just kind of slid downhill before the All-Star break. They have been able to stay together and confident, not hanging their heads, but to continue to compete. They're just one game out of that ace spot of playoff position.
They say a push in the back going against Ayayi, so no block. The fans react to that.
And you remember, and he said, you know, you want to do it to maybe save a foul against Stewie or save a bucket, but you got to be.
Swing over. Thomas pushes it short. Botukes back up the court. Got a hand on it. Tipped out 17 to work with on the shot clock
This season.
Shoes knocked down. A couple of triples already in this one. Botukes had it stripped away. More handsy defense by the Mercury. It's it back out to Bonner.
The discipline, not just to take a three because it's there. You want to get a high percentage shot.
And is that the matchup you want with AT posting up inside against Rebecca Gardner?
Absolutely. When she gets a mismatch, a guard trying to an and one.
Sheen had one back on July 22nd. The first of the season again. Points.
No, it doesn't matter the record of a Phoenix Mercury. This is always because of the X factor. These fans, they get loud and get into it.
Well, you heard Cheryl Miller at the half mention just how great this crowd has been throughout the years. The mighty Mercury continuing to try to surge here in the big third quarter. Rushan sizing up, finding Ayayi, and just out of her reach. 7 rebounds so far in this one. Over to Stewie, and the contest there from Bonner as the ball rolls around. Kicked out. Botukes for 3. And 1. In our last game, Copper off the mark. And New York, who led by as many as 13, finds themselves trailing now by 8 after that make from Jonquel Jones.
Yeah, and with JJ of their big post in, New York's got to try to dominate the paint. Because they're going to have to hold on to this league at home, they're going to have to bring it in that fourth quarter.
Honshu, right place, right time, and able to knock down her 3rd 3 of the game. Honshu, or correction, 2nd 3 of the game, but Shu with 14 points in this one. Jones, Ionescu, working on Ayayi, the step through and the left-hand finish from Sabrina Ionescu.
And New York bringing it out, leaving the driving lane.
Again, Monica Koulimakani on the floor. She went out earlier in this. Kind of cutting. Duana Bonner just rolls off the rim.
Sabrina Ionescu, who is a closer.
Yeah. And immediately drawing contact on Koulimakani. Ionescu, who was hot in that first hand, fire in action, followed by the... Whitcomb, too strong, turns it over. A deep three from Sab, she got it. New York regains the lead as they close out the third quarter on a 12-1 run. Is it for you all to close out this big stretch of games?
Yeah, we actually go on the road for like 12 days, so this is a huge game for us at home. New York has beaten us twice, so this will be a big win for us. We also trying to make a playoff push. Whether we get in or not, we still want to finish this season out playing Mercury basketball.
Duana, you guys won the second and third quarter. What is it going to take to finish out, close out this game in the fourth?
A little bit of that, whatever Kyle just did. I didn't even stop on this end. We know Sabrina she goes in a different mode in fourth quarter, her and Stewie, so we just got to find those two.
All right, thanks so much. Appreciate the time, DP.
Thank you.
Ionescu had 7 points, the last 7 points to close out that third quarter, but a 1-point lead for the Mercury. There's Ionescu just trying to wiggle her way to the hoop, gets a hand on it, Shu with that long stretched arms coming up with it. Second chance opportunity on the O board.
Yeah, to win a game in the fourth quarter, you got to bring that second effort. Yeah, but I like the idea. If you're going to throw it out of bounds, throw it.
Jones, who was hampered in the first half by foul trouble, finds a cutting Rebecca Allen. Mercury almost got it, but instead Allen recovers it and puts it in, allowing New York to grab the lead back.
Here's the combination. You got to have AT looking for Ka.
Mack has it. The screen. Whitcomb comes to get it. Puts it up. No. For the Liberty, Jones, Ionescu, Shu, Astier, and Allen on the floor. Jones knocks down. Let's see.
150. 150.
I'm just going to wonderful handless CP, who has been covering the league since its inception. I'm going to just roll off of you and ditto what you say is Copper with the bucket.
Well, you got to believe like a Lisa Leslie, a Candace Parker. Has Stewie gotten to 150?
I'll tell you this.
Sabrina's on her way.
Yeah. Well, she's knocked down so many threes throughout her career in New York, continuing to add to that total, most in Liberty history. Oh, the nice find from Whitcomb to Mack. That was just good offense there from,
9 points in under a minute.
Strong move to the hoop for Jonquel Jones.
Yeah, you got to play to your strength.
AT, kick out. Ayayi finds Copper. On the perimeter, pulls up, the 19-footer drizzle. 21. Ionescu with 24 to lead their teams.
Switched up the assignment. Copper now on Sabrina. Oh, great catch by Stewie.
And New York has scored on 5. Things picking up. The intensity defensively, certainly for New York. Too tall for Copper. Again, throwing out some great names. Inside, the find from Ionescu to Jones. Inside.
But in the paint, right?
And that goes back to the point you made earlier when you asked that question of Krista Markle. Where do you want to find Jonquel Jones on the floor? Do you want her inside? Do you want her outside? And she has been effective in the paint today.
But I like to, you know, and being a post player myself, I like when a coach doesn't say, look, it's got to be 70% inside. There are some games where she's got to shoot the 3. Today's game right now against Phoenix with a height advantage, her work needs to be done inside.
Got to get to work quickly. AT on Stewie, and AT gets that. Meanwhile, Breanna Stewart back on May 27th, their first meeting, had 11 points, 9 just a couple of days later. So far this afternoon, she's got 12, below her season average.
This is muscle on muscle right here.
Yeah. And not aware of the...
I feel for the Phoenix Mercury.
Thomas, you know she loves to find teammates like Dewana Bonner, and Bonner, who had that one rejected. Awkward fall as Stewie and DB go to the floor. Bonner slow to... Again, deep into the shot clock once more. Good defense from the Mercury, saved by Ionescu. Shu puts it up with 1 left and gets it to go!
And gave a yell afterwards.
Han Shu, 17 points off the bench. 3 made triples, that one with time winding down the shot clock. The answer back the other way. Leah Copper.
Clock management is going to be important for New York.
Holds on the perimeter. SDA going right to the rack. She is deceptively quick getting to the hoop.
Savvy in finding seams to the basket.
Ayayi posting up on Ionescu. The find with Bonner coming to the hoop. And Dewana Bonner, 7 of 14 from the floor, 20 points. SDA going immediately back to Bonner, a little stutter step, start and go. Next gear, she gets it.
And Bonner.
The turnover. Coming up with it, Phoenix. The flip over to Brochon, poked away from behind, and a plus in this one. New York with a 3-point advantage, but trying to close it was Bonner, no good. And Ayayi couldn't hold on to it and retain it. And it's going to be Liberty basketball.
Now you look with this 2:20 left to give. Phoenix only 1. Now New York only has 1 timeout. Phoenix has 2.
Ionescu.
I'm telling you.
Once again, the way that Dallas and Chicago games, and they're connecting from 3. DB finding a cutting Thomas, and Thomas with the lay-in. 4-point ball game, 2-possession ball game. Ionescu with the runner. No, Jonquel Jones offensive rebound and put back.
All Jonquel Jones shots.
Clearing Sabrina Ionescu out the way. It's Ionescu who is called for the foul. See the stat line for Alyssa Thomas. Picked her up. It's finding Allen. Drills the 3 from deep. A huge 3 from Beck Allen. And Phoenix, the stop needed now. Got to look to apply that pressure. You mentioned foul to give still for Phoenix. A lot of time winding off the clock. Astier has it ripped away, but a shot clock violation in the meantime. And Mercury standing. 3-game winning streak on
The spray.
3-game winning streak on the line as Copper goes right to the bucket and is fouled by Jones. So that stops the clock. 2 free throws on the way for Kahleah Copper. Copper 6 of 8 from the free throw line. He had the gut one back. And they trail by as many as that. And this one, getting the ball back defensively.
They're going to call the foul on New York. The most important thing for New York is they've got to get the ball inbounded.
And Ionescu trying to create a little separation. There's Copper with a great defense, quick hands. Bonner looking up the 3, the hesitation, gets it to go! Bonner knocks down a huge triple. 1 possession ball game. Huge, huge hoop from DB. .1 seconds to get it in to Stewie. Ionescu looking, finds Fotuks. They are playing keep away right now. As both the shot clock and the game clock mirrored each other. And that was the foul to give for Phoenix, going immediately fouling Breanna Stewart. Already with a couple trips to the line, she'll go back here.
That's her 4th.
Took time, 6 of the last 7, decided by 5 points or less for New York. And
Not go back to DB.
Jones on her. Okoa Makani, a lot of time taken off the clock. Got to move. To find inside to AT. Gets to go. They get it back to Fotuks, or Astier rather, and that's going to do it. Edging one out here on the road is New York, a 94-92 win here in Phoenix. A hard-fought game all the way down to the end. And the Liberty with their 4th win in the last 5 games after slight struggle. And Han Shu, how important was she off the bench? 17 points, coming up with clutch buckets when needed.
Han Shu was huge, but I think it was Jonquel Jones. Her 8 points.